Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. Eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, it's properly chilly out. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. But that's not the case today. I actually picked this up, well, I guess technically it kind of is. It's just, it happened to be a few days ago. Because I got off of work and I went over there. Originally, I was planning on heading to a fresh market. I was going to try out some stuff that they had there. I ended up in completely the wrong area. And so, I was like, all right, screw it. I'll make my way around. And as it turned out, I might have missed the fresh market, but they did have a cool little Mexican supermarket over there. And I love Mexican supermarkets. Like, they usually have some of the coolest stuff. And just, I like the atmosphere and everything. A lot of times they have, like, a cool little food court and stuff. So I went over there and I made some shopping purchases. And the nice thing is, while it is chilly out, and of course, that comes with pros and cons, one of the pros is I can go over there and take items that I had in my fridge and leave them in my car, and they're still cold when I come to review them later. Ha ha ha. So, what am I reviewing for you today, folks? What are we doing here? It happens to be, boom, it is Old Colony UVA Grape Soda. Or UVA? UVA? I don't know. Okay. And, yeah, high fructose corn syrup is the very second thing. We'll get to that. Okay. So it is, apparently this is made by Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. Okie doke. So what got me, looking at the sugars, right? 56 grams of sugar per can. That's already a lot. Added sugars, 111%. Jesus. How do you can't put 100%. No, that's not physically possible. All right. So, yeah, okay. First of all, let's get a thing for the thing here real quick and kind of like ha 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 ha. It's kind of like a little patriot looking dude. Funny thing is like even the name is borderline problematic because like colonialism in retrospect is kind of looked upon as not being the best thing for the world, but grape soda. So let's give it a shot. I like a grape soda, so I don't know if I like one with 111% sugars. There was one that I reviewed years ago, and I think I got that one from a Mexican supermarket too, but I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. It was years ago. That smells like a very sweet grape soda. Ooh. Okay. Well, I've learned from doing these reviews not to judge the entire review off the first sip. That's always a bad plan. Let's go in for that second sip. A little bit more palatable. But boy, oh boy. Yeah, this is just a sweet soda. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some artificial grape flavor, what the fuck ever you want to consider it. But this is, I'm not going to say it's sickeningly sweet. It's drinkable. I'm not going to, oversell it as like, oh, burr, 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 it's that terrible, burr, burr, burr. But that is, there is like almost nothing to it beyond the sweetness. There's a grape sort of vibe to it, I guess, but like there's no real strength to the grape flavor. There's no bite whatsoever to the grape. It really is just, it's a, I don't want to call it subtle because it's not like you're going to miss it or anything. It's there, but it's just backed by so much sweetness that it loses any dimension or oomph. It's extremely one-dimensional. And it's just, yeah. Like, there's no finish to it. It starts exactly, or it ends exactly the way it starts. There is no complexity, nothing to this. It is just a overly sweet soda with a little bit of grape behind it. And I mean, folks, I'm the guy who, I review zero sugar stuff. I'm the guy who usually is the one complaining about, the zero sugar stuff and everything. Um, this is the opposite of that. This is way, way too much sugar. Who is this for? Because it's not for me, and I like sugary grape sodas. But even for myself, like, for fuck's sake. And that's from fucking Dr. Pepper and 7. Like, why? This has got to be some weird legacy brand that they inherited or some shit. I guess it's made in Plano, Texas. Yeah, I mean, this is, again, I'm not the person to go over there and typically shit on, like modern food stuff and, people, high fructose corn syrup, chemicals, blah, blah, blah. Look, in a fucking perfect world, everything would taste amazing. It would be natural, and blah, 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 blah. It's not the world we live in. Have fun doing that. I live in reality land. And, so I'm typically pretty what the fuck ever when it comes to that stuff. But this is just ridiculous. It's just, it's to the point where it's actively impeding it from having better flavor. Like, I don't hate it or anything, but like, as far as grape sodas I've had have been concerned, with the possible exception of that other grape soda that I was talking about that I reviewed a couple years ago or whatever it was, because I didn't like that either, and I know I've never gotten that again, unless I somehow magically got this again. It's the same one, but I don't think so. This didn't ring any bells when I saw it. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, well, just like colonialism. All right, well, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know who this is for. Now, that said, if you are a fan of it, you're like, hey, Brandon, I like it, blah, blah. Good on you. I'm not shitting on you. Enjoy your really sweet grape soda. For me, as somebody who genuinely really likes grape soda, I mean, Mountain Dew Pitch Black is my favorite Mountain Dew flavor, and originally that was a grape soda. These days it's like dark citrus berry or some shit they want to call it. I like Crush, I like Sunkist, Fanta, I do the rounds. I would never want to have this again. Like, I bought it as a 6-pack, and I'm glad, because I want to say that there might have been a 12-pack, but I bought it as a 6-pack, just, I'll drink the rest of it, sure. I'll also probably go over there and hand one or two of them out to, like, coworkers or something. But, I mean, it's not horrendous, but it's just, there's so little to it to tag onto to really enjoy, beyond it just being a lightly flavored grape super sweet soda. And there's nothing about it that really works for me. I guess if nothing else, it doesn't have like a funky aftertaste or anything like that. But it's so far away from the type of grape soda that I like. And if I'm recommending it, like I said, I'm sure there's an audience for this, and genuinely good on you if that's your vibe. I think that this is pretty horrible. Like, it's just, and it's, it's apparently relatively obscure, at least in my neck of the woods, because fuck knows I've had a billion sodas, and I'd never heard of this before. So if I hadn't run into it, I will say this, if you're a grape soda fan and you see it, like I said, maybe you're like me, you go to like a little Mexican supermarket or some shit and you see it there or whatever. If you want to try it, feel free to try it. It's not the most horrendous thing I've ever had. I wouldn't even say it's actively bad, but it's not good. That's the best way I can put it, is while it's not bad, it sure as shit isn't good. I mean, even as like a budget soda, I don't think that it holds up there, in terms of flavor. Like, I've had budget grape sodas that are way better than this. So, yeah, unfortunately, I can't recommend it. As much as I try to be positive, 5 things before I get out of here, though. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there yourselves a truly proper grape soda-tastic rest of your life, whatever that may be for you. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know if you have any experience with Old Colony, UVA grape soda, what the fuck ever. I would love to hear your stories about this. Is it like something where like maybe it has like a regional presence that's a bigger thing? I don't know, because like I said, I've never fucking heard of it. I honestly figured, what with it being a Mexican supermarket, it was probably like a product from Mexico or something. And I don't know, maybe it's made, well, he said it's made in Texas. I'm kind of close to Mexico. But yeah, let me know if you got anything on this one, because like I genuinely, I'll probably do a little research after this and kind of see what the hell, but anyway,